Hey guys, welcome to the Purpose Nurse if it is your very first time. But if it is not your first time and you've been on my channel and watched my videos time and time again, then welcome back. So I already know what you all are thinking. It's been a long time since I posted a video. So the last video I posted was my day one of my mental health rotations, you all. This quarter, summer 2019, has been really crazy for me. I'm gonna have to film an update video to let you all know the classes that I'm taking for this summer, and I promise that I'm gonna do it. I'm going to upload an update video. But this video that I'm going to be sharing with you all today is strictly a mental health clinical update video. So instead of me trying to play catch up and post like individual videos, I'm just going to do the rest of the update on my mental health clinicals, day 2 all the way to where I'm at now with you all. So if you are interested and you would like to know how the rest of my mental health rotations went, then keep on watching. Alright you guys, so let's go ahead and get into this video. So I believe the last time that I talked to you all, my mental health day 1 clinical was with the chronic patients, so the patients that have schizophrenia, they're there for suicide attempts or things like that, just conditions that are more long-standing versus conditions that are acute. So let's see what I can share with you all. So okay, so I got an opportunity to go to the adolescent side. So on the adolescent side, it was pretty interesting of the dynamic. So we got over there early, like 7:30, I believe, and the kids, they were still sleeping. You know, as kids, you like to sleep in. So when we got over there, they were telling us it's not much to do right now, because at that time they were telling us it's not that much to do because the kids were asleep, but we could go ahead and try and make conversation with the kids once they wake up. So we waited, and the kids woke up and they had breakfast, and you could kind of tell that when they came out of their rooms, they were like, who are these two people? It was myself and my classmate. And they were probably like, who are these two people? You know, what are they doing? You know, they're just staring at us. But we wanted to sit down and just kind of like observe them first and not just like bombard them. So once they finished eating, we went over and we approached them and we introduced ourselves, myself and my classmate. And we just kind of wanted to just get to know them and be chill and learn more about them and things like that. And it was just really cool to see the adolescent aspect of being in mental health. There were individuals that were there because they had attempted suicide. There was a young lady there who cuts her wrist, and when I was talking with her, trying to use my therapeutic communication, because that's something that they teach us in my mental health class, which is the class that I'm taking right now. We have the clinical, and then we have lecture, and so we've been learning different therapeutic communication techniques. So I kind of sat down with her and tried to get more information from her. And she was still kind of closed off. She did tell me that she wasn't really sure why she cuts, and that's why she is in the hospital, because she doesn't know why she cuts. And I asked her if she had a feeling, or if she like felt anything in regards to the situation, and she just said that she feels numb. So after speaking with her, I kind of tried to find another patient, adolescent patient, to talk to. And I end up talking and befriending one of the patients. He was 17 years old, and he was admitted because he had overdosed, I believe it was on Xanax, and his mother found him and called 911 and brought him to the hospital. So trying to talk to this patient, it started off really slow. You have to build that trust, build that rapport with the patient, and that's what I did. So it started off with just, making small conversation here and there throughout the day, and then eventually I felt like I had my chance. I saw the patient sitting on the couch, and I was like, okay, Jalen, go sit on the couch and see if you can make conversation with the patient. And little by little, we began to talk, and I could tell that he was shy, either shy or nervous, one or the other, or maybe both. But I would ask him a question, and he would look at me, he would answer, and then he would kind of like look really quickly back at the TV. But I noticed the more comfortable that he got, his demeanor like changed, his body language changed. He began to shift towards me, and he began to look directly at me, and we began to have this fluid, awesome conversation. And we talked about him getting out the hospital. We talked about him going to rehab. We talked about him finishing his high school diploma and what are his aspirations. What is he good at? What does he like to do in his spare time? And it was just a really, really great conversation. Now, for mental health, we obviously aren't doing a physical assessment, and we're not allowed to bring our stethoscopes or anything. I believe I shared that with you all in my first video, day one. Because it's mental health, you don't want to bring in anything that may allow the patient to hurt themselves or hurt another individual. So you're literally just going in there to observe. But for mental health, we do have clinical assignments, and we have to do these assignments called IPRs. They're called interpersonal process recordings. And so with these recordings, you're basically making like a transcript of your conversation with the patient, and you're discussing how you built a rapport with them, and therapeutic communication that you use, and also non-therapeutic communication that you used to hold that conversation with the patient. So we had 2 of those that were due, and then we have a treatment plan that we have to do as well. And that's basically where you just choose any patient that you have encountered during clinical, and you create a treatment plan for them. It's really no different than doing a care plan. We still have to do NANDAs, but it's like 2 NANDAs, and then you're also writing like a small paragraph about things that you think would benefit this patient and how they should be treated for their condition during the rest of their time at the hospital, or even after they leave. And then we also have to write out our mental status exam that we completed on the patient. So there's a little background about that assignment. So let me move on to the rest of the days, day 3 and day 4. So I'm just going to combine day 3 and day 4. Day 3 and day 4 were both with adults, and it was awesome, you guys. Really, again, mental health clinical, you're just building rapport with the patient. You're trying to talk to them. You're trying to see why they're there. You're trying to use that therapeutic communication to really see how you can help them in whatever stage that they're in, if possible. And just getting comfortable with talking to patients and getting comfortable with the things that they might say, because mental health patients, you don't you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get schizophrenia. You don't know if you're going to get borderline personality disorder. You don't know if you're going to get bipolar disorder. All these different mental health issues, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get a patient that was admitted because they tried to commit suicide. And particularly with these patients, you want to talk to them and ask them, okay, do you still have feelings of wanting to hurt yourself? Why do you want to hurt yourself? Just asking these questions, but being careful to your approach in how you ask these questions, because again, these individuals are sick, and you don't want to probe too much. You don't want to just feel like you're just questioning. You don't want them to feel like you're just questioning them and questioning them and questioning them. You want to, again, build a rapport with the patient, and you want to learn about these conditions that they have. And whereas we're learning about them in our mental health lecture class, we're also seeing these actual disorders and things like that play out, and it's really cool. So for our day 5, we actually have not had it yet. So something awesome happened. Well, I guess it's awesome for my professor, but not really so awesome for us. So my professor was pregnant and she went into labor. So we never got a chance to complete our last day of clinical. So we're actually having to make it up through staying after class for I believe 4 hours for 2 days, and just making up the time that way. And I believe our mental health professor is just going to give us an assignment. I think we're going to have to watch a movie or something. But yeah, I never got a day 5 because my clinical instructor went into labor. So it's pretty awesome. My schedule is already super busy this summer quarter, but I'm happy for my professor. So that was something that I don't think any of myself or my classmates were expecting. We knew that she was due soon, but I personally didn't know that she was due that soon. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I wanted to go ahead and get this video out to you guys and just share my thoughts, my feelings on how the rest of my days went. So if you like this video, please, 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 please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed and you're loving my content, you're loving my videos, you love the fact that I talk about faith, purpose, nursing, and inspiration on my channel, then just go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned. I am going to be filming an update video as it pertains to the classes that I'm taking this quarter and how they have been going. So thank you guys again for watching, and be purposed. Bye.